Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. All right. NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, race 19 of the series here. We're at Sonoma this week, and we got SVG on the pole. Big surprise there. I actually forgot practicing qualifying was yesterday. I was thinking it was this morning like they typically do. And so I saw stuff online. I'm like, oops, I missed practice and qualifying. My bad. That's a road course. Shades on the pole. That works. All right, the pit boss, FoodMaxx, 250. 253 kilometers around Sonoma, 157.21 miles, 79 laps, 3 stages, 20, 25, and 34. All right. In the previous 18 races of the 2026 season, I am 12-6 on my NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Series picks. I don't think that's too bad. I think that's pretty damn good if you ask me, but that's just me. But all right, so all 3 previous winners. This is only the 4th O'Reilly Series race at Sonoma. All 3 previous winners started in the top 4. Sweet top 4 be Shane Van Gisbergen, Brent Cruz, Taylor Green, Anthony Alfredo. Only one time has the winner of the race won a stage, and that was Shane Van Gisbergen won stage 1. Both stages in the top, first stage 1 and stage 2 in the past 2 years have gone caution free. 2023 there was no stages. There was 2 cautions the whole race. And 2025 only had the 2 stage cautions. So not a lot of cautions typically here at Sonoma. So let's kind of look at some of the qualifying here real quick. I mentioned the top 5 there. The fact that we have 2 Viking Motorsports cars, Anthony Alfredo and Parker Retzlaff, in the top 5 is absolutely amazing. I know a lot of people saw some stuff online. People were like, hey, Viking, you need to sign these guys long term. Absolutely agree with that to a point. I think Viking Motorsports is a tier 2 team. Tier 1 teams in the O'Reilly Series, Junior Motorsports, JGR, and RCR. Those are the tier 1 teams. Sorry, they are. They need to be, both of these guys need to be tier 1 team. Anthony Alfredo actually was with RCR years ago. He was brought up too quick and was trying, it seems like they tried to get him to the Cup Series way too damn quick in his career. If you go back to 2020, he ran part-time in the O'Reilly Series for Richard Childress Racing and ran some truck races for David Gilliland the year 2019. In 2021, Front Row brought him in the Cup Series. He finished 30th in points. And it seems like since then he's trying to rebound his career. And I think he has. I mean, he spent a year in the O'Reilly Series with our Motorsports. The next year would be Jay McLeod. The next year with our Motorsports again. Then with Young Motorsports. And then this year with Viking Motorsports. So it's like, I've been around longer than that, it seemed like. But he had that 1 year in Cup, and it floundered. And it seemed like, because that year in the O'Reilly Series, he only ran a handful of races and was 18 in points. So it's like he was running top 10. So it's like, in good equipment, he can run for a championship. But it's like just somehow, I don't know what happened. If there was something I'm missing back then. Let me read a little bit here. Yeah, it's just like he lost that ride and was like he's only 27, so he's hella young talent still. But yeah, but I'm glad he's making a comeback. I've always rooted for him. Fast pasta, I love that about him. But Corey Day 6th, Jesse Love 7th. And that's the reason I brought that up about those 2. That 2 cars open. And if they bring Austin Hill up full time in Cup Series at 33 next year, you have 2 cars open for RCR. Sorry, Viking, but why not go get Anthony Alfredo and Parker Retzlaff? I think you have sponsors already in the O'Reilly Series. I think Whelen, we know they went from Sheldon Creed to Jesse Love. They're going to be there. I don't know if Bennett Transportation, if that's just a Austin Hill sponsor only, or if they want to be in the O'Reilly Series. You've got Cup sponsors. Can you make that happen? But we'll see. William Sawalich is a good road racer. 12th. Ross Chastain 15th. Carson Quapple 16th. I know he's in the DGM car this week, but it is kind of prepared by Junior Motorsports. I know the big shocker was Connor Zelich qualifying 30th. He had a flat tire during qualifying. Part of the rules is you cannot change that tire during qualifying because they're the way the qualifying works works in general. because you have people want to do it all the time. So I get that. Unfortunately, rules are rules. People hated it. I know some stuff online was said about it. He's in the junior motorsports car. He's Connor Zelic. He's going to be fine. And then Brad Perez and Austin Green start out back. Austin Green, that horrible crash in practice. Holy crap. I just saw a picture, overhead shot of it. I'm like, couldn't process in my brain where it was on the track. Because I'm like, there's a wall, but there's cars on this side of the wall. I didn't realize this pit. I saw a video. I'm like, oh, it's pit road. Okay, I see where it's at. I'm glad he's okay. That was just horrendous. So, but yeah, I think it's going to be a fun day. It's like, when the race gets started today. I'm trying to look at the race time. Later on today, I know that. I got it on CW, so it's all good. But yeah, so road courses. The last 30 road courses in the O'Reilly Series go back to 2022. Connor Zelic, he's in the 1 car this week. Average finish 3.5, 7 wins. Shane Van Gisbergen, who's in the 9 car for Junior Motorsports, 5.3 finished with 5 wins. Ross Chastain, who's in the 32 for Jordan Anderson, 6.5 average finish. Connor Day, 10.0. Austin Hill, 10.14 with a win. Yes, Austin Hill won the street race at Coronado. I know Connor wasn't in there, Shane wasn't in there, but hey, he won. He's a road course guy now. Listen to what they're saying about Bubba. He finished second last week. Jesse Love, 11.07. Taylor Gray, 11.2. Austin Green, 11.54. Sam Mayer, 12.34 and 3 wins. He went from kind of the road course guy, like, okay, this is going to be the next great road course guy. And then Shane showed up, and then Sam was like, he qualified 9th, but it's like, where's Shane Mayer? Same hair, man. Carson Kvapil average finish 12.9. Now, if you break that down to the last few years, the last 16 races, obviously Connor and Shane's numbers don't change. Ross's doesn't change, but then Austin Hill 8.1 and a win. Corey Day 10.0. Jesse Love 11.7. Taylor Gray 11.2. Austin Green 11.54. Sammy Smith 12.87. That's the biggest thing about the O'Reilly Series, especially when you look at some older numbers. A lot of times, a lot of these drivers aren't involved in the older races, just the newer ones. If you go down to the last 7 road course races, Connor Zelic 4.33, 5 wins. Ross Chastain 6.5. Sammy Smith 8.71. Austin Hill 9.0 and a win. Now, I know a lot of people, I've seen some stuff online about Connor Zelic. Obviously, he's 34th in Cup points, 33rd, whatever he is now. And they're kind of dogging him for it. The dude's a rookie. He's a 19-year-old kid. Everyone says this. There is no bigger jump, anything, between the O'Reilly Series and the Cup Series. That's it. That's the biggest jump out there. And these cars are completely different now. And so running the O'Reilly Series, I think is important. What I think, though, what should happen, I think maybe because of what we've learned and what this Gen 7 Cup car is, the progressions should actually be ARCA, the O'Reilly Series, the Truck Series, Cup. Because a lot of people are saying the truck actually handles more like the Cup car than the O'Reilly car. So I think drivers, as they come up to the system, they need to be a progression. ARCA, O'Reilly, Truck, Cup. I think they need to take a stop in each level. I think that's going to help them progress. And we've seen this with Corey Heim getting his first career win and only his 12th start. Carson Hocevar getting his first career win is like 80-something start. And then Ty Gibbs took well over 100 starts to get his first Cup win. He never raced in the trucks. We had, even back in the day, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, they went about 95, 99 starts before they got their first win. They went O'Reilly to Cup. The O'Reilly was closer to Cup than now. Today, truck is closer to Cup. Taylor Gray, 9.85 average finish. Corey Day, 10.0. Carson, this is the last 7 races. Carson Kvapil, 10.14. Shane Van Gisbergen, 10.5 and a win. He had the bad finish at Coronado and a couple other ones. Austin Green, 11.43, and Justin Allgaier, 12.14. All right, the 3 races at Sonoma for the O'Reilly Series. Connor Zelic was in one of them, and he won. Shane Van Gisbergen was in 2 of them, and he gets an average finish of 1.5 and a win. Shocker, which one's going to win? And we know they had that great battle at Watkins Glen. Was it last year, I think it was, or maybe it was earlier this year. I think it was last year, where Connor actually spun Shane. I mean, they're Trackhouse teammates, and they seem to be friendly. Don't know what that was. But we'll see what happens. William Slowitz, 3.0. Justin Allgaier 6.33, Taylor Grace 7.0, Sheldon Creed 7.66, Carson Kvapil 8.0, Austin Hill 8.8, and Stan Mayer 10.0. All right, before we get to the picks, we're going to take a look at the points. So, think about this stat real quick. The max points that a driver can earn is 76 points per race. 10 points each stage, 55 for the win, and then 1 point for the Xfinity fastest lap. 76 points is the most points you can earn. So, in a 3-race stretch, the most points that you can possibly earn in 3 races is 228. Remember that number. 228 in three races is the max points you can earn. Justin Allgaier with 5 wins. He's got a 224 point lead over Jesse Love. So what that basically means is, for 3 races, Justin Allgaier can go home, put his feet on the couch, chill. Jesse Love would have to win every single stage of those 3 races, the fastest lap for those 3 races, and win all 3 races, and he'd have a 4-point lead. Are you still sorry? He'd have a 4-point lead over Justin Allgaier. That was it. That's just mind blowing. So I mean, wow. We're not even looking at anybody else behind, but Justin Allgaier is plus 404 to the cut line for the chase. Jesse Love is plus 180. Corey Day with 2 wins, plus 166. Sheldon Creed with a win, plus 164. Austin Hill with 2 wins, plus 148. Brandon Jones, plus 129. Carson Kvapil, even though he's been jumping back and forth between the 1 and the 91, he is still plus 124. And I think the rest of the year, maybe he's in the 1 for sure. I think maybe Connor has a couple more races, not sure. Sammy Smith, plus 100. Parker Retzlaff. What? I mean, 9th in points from Viking Motorsports? That's incredible. That shows you the talent that Parker actually has. Plus 51. Taylor Gregg with a win, plus 33. Sam Mayer, plus 33. William Swellich, plus 5 with a win. Here's where it gets funny. We have the number 18 of Joe Gibbs Racing, Brent Cruz, minus 5. The 19, William Swellich, plus 5. So you got JGR battling for that final spot. And you got Roger Carruth sitting there 14 points, minus 9. I know a lot of people have been saying if he would have not been jumped out of the 88 for Junior Motorsports and not put over in Jordan Anderson Racing, that he would be higher in points. That I know some people were blaming it on sponsorship. I love that one. No, he basically shared the ride with Hendrick Motorsports drivers because Hendrick's won O'Reilly cars full-time with Corey Day. Raja is still sponsored by HendrickCars.com when he drives for Jordan Anderson Racing. I'm confident that there's a lot of information still flowing between Jordan Anderson Racing and Junior Motorsports. It's Roger Carruth. I mean, I get people complaining about that, and you know, things are done for a certain reason. I think it's going to help the 88 team overall because they have those Cup guys in there over what Raja. If you look at the owner points right now, and I do this occasionally, a lot of people don't understand the difference. So these teams, the car number gets points, the driver gets points. When it comes to the season payout, this is really only prevalent in the Truck Series and the O'Reilly Series unless somebody gets hurt in the Cup Series. Like this year, because of Kyle Busch passing away, to a point, it's in the Cup Series, but that 33/8 car isn't as high in points. But, yeah, it doesn't tell me car numbers on that one. Let me go look here. Let's see. Hold on a second. Let me pull this up. Yeah, the owner points, you just got to have to know where to look to find it, typically. Okay, here we go. So the 88 right now is second in owner points. Well, Raja is 14th in points. So when it comes to Junior Motorsports getting paid at the end of the year, they're going to get paid, say the year in and out, they're going to get paid for second in points in that 88 and not 14th. So, I mean, even if Raja was full-time in the 88 and he was, say, 12th in points or 11th in points, there's a big gap between 10th, 11th, 12th in points and second for the owners to get paid. So this gives Junior Motorsports more money to do what they do. Right now, Junior Motorsports would have the top 3 owner points. The 7, 88, and the 1. Same there, Carson Guapoli, 7th in points. The 1 is actually 3rd points because of what Connor has done. The 2 wins came from Connor. So that's why teams do this, especially in the O'Reilly series. And if you look at the bottom even, because the top 12 make the owner points, the 8 cars up there, which is full-time. Let's see what other part-time. I think those are the only part-time cars are up there. So that's going to make a big difference for them. So, but Ryan Sieg minus 27, Brennan Poole minus 107. But all right, 4 picks to win the Pit Box. Pit Boss, FoodMaxx 250 from Sonoma. Obviously, Connor Zellage, Shane Van Gisbergen are the first 2 picks. And then Austin Hill and Taylor Gray. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. And don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports show content.